Across Africa, stories of transformation are unfolding. Nations and regions are writing their own futures. But today, we are diving into one story that stands out above the rest: the rise of Eastern Nigeria. This is a region that refused to stay down, born from neglect, shaped by conflict, and tested by challenges most people can barely imagine.
From what, with due respect to Senator Lero, who said lion share to the southwest, when will southeast even have lion share in any particular project? Mr. President, if this is an omission, it is an expensive omission. The southeast cannot continually to be treated the way Nigeria is treating the southeast. Let me give you an instance. Out of the dams that were listed here on the southeast, Ivo Dam was last funded about 12 years ago with a 5 billion naira spent on it, and it has been abandoned by Nigeria for the last 12 years. I had written 3 letters to the Ministry of Water Resources. We have done everything possible to see if they can bring up Ivo Dam, and here a zone is allocated 66 billion and the entire south is at 0. What kind of omission is that, Mr. President?
Thank you.
We should be treated better than this, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The people of Southeast Nigeria have done something remarkable. They've stood up, they've rebuilt, and they've done it almost entirely on their own.
It's another beautiful day, and on today's video, I am standing in front of Obi Jackson Children's Hospital here in Okija, my hometown. This hospital actually is the most sophisticated hospital here in Okija.
In this documentary, we are taking you on a journey through resilience, regret, and the power of a shared vision. You will see how a people left behind by their own country decided to build their own future, city by city, industry by industry, and dream by dream. If you believe in the power of ordinary people to shape extraordinary destinies, and if you believe that Africa can rise no matter what it faces, then stay with us. Watch this video till the end and share with someone who needs to see it, because the world needs to know the story of Eastern Nigeria. Deep in the southern corner of Nigeria, you will find a land defined by not just geography, but by something more powerful: spirit. This is the homeland of the Igbo people. A region that has become a symbol of ambition, resilience, and constant reinvention for decades. The Southeast has been left behind, neglected, marginalized, and faced conflict. The wounds run deep. But here is the thing: this region doesn't stay down. It takes adversity and turns it into fuel. It takes pain and turns it into purpose. Right now, as Nigeria faces uncertainty, the Southeast is writing a different story. A story of renewal, a story of people building their own destiny, brick by brick, dream by dream, a story of survival, ingenuity, and triumph. After Nigeria gained independence, the Southeast was caught in the crossfire of a nation struggling to find unity. The Civil War left scars of physical, economic, and psychological scars that are still visible up till today. After the Civil War, the region was systematically ignored. Federal projects rare, infrastructure crumbling, political representation more symbolic than real. The major industries that once thrived in Enugu, Aba, and Port Harcourt all abandoned or sold off, leaving a trail of unemployment and stagnation in their wake. People of the Southeast refused to fade away. When insecurity spread, when investment dried up, and when politics turned its back, they didn't wait for someone to save them. They turned inward, leaned into what they knew best: trade, craftsmanship, and innovation. The insecurity that followed, often fueled by politics and manipulation, was designed to break them. But instead of breaking, they rebuilt. Markets grew, communities came together to repair their own roads, towns began funding their own schools, their own hospitals, even their own security outfits. And the message became clear: if the system won't build for us, we will build for ourselves.
So I'm very excited, I'm very happy, and I'm very happy for the people of
Abia State and for the Southeast.
So I'm happy that today the problem has been solved. Information available to me is that gas had started flowing from Owaza to the plant. About 15 MVA substations have been built by Geometric. About 14 kilometer or 24 kilometer power line have been raised by Geometric also. So all is set for Aba to be powered.
The Igbo people have always had an entrepreneurial fire running through their veins. Throughout history, they've taken displacement and turned it into discovery. They've thrived in trade, manufacturing, and technology. Walk through the streets of Aba or the markets of Onitsha and you will see enterprise in action. It's not just about business, it is a language. Young men and women started from the scratch, often as apprentices, in the famous Igbo Apprenticeship system. This system is now studied worldwide as one of Africa's most successful models for building wealth from the ground up. And what happened next was nothing short of silent economic revolution. Diaspora remittances began flowing back into the region. Cities like Owerri, Awka, and Enugu started transforming. New estates, hotels, and commercial centers, all built not by government contract but by individuals who refused to wait for permission or help. Everywhere you look, signs of rebirth are visible. Streets that once echoed with despair now bruise with construction. The Southeast leaned on a crucial lesson. Stop depending on politics and start depending on people. In doing so, they changed the entire narrative from neglect to empowerment, from victimhood to victory. What we are seeing now isn't just resilience, it is something even bigger. The Southeast is becoming an economic force. In Imo State, the discovery changed everything. Geological surveys confirmed that what many hoped for but few expected, Imo holds the largest natural gas reserves in sub-Saharan Africa. We are talking about over 200 trillion cubic feet of gas every single day. Alongside new modular refinery, this is setting the stage for a full industrial transformation. Meanwhile, Aba, already known as one of Africa's most creative cities, is experiencing a manufacturing revival. The Enyimba Economic City, a 905,000 hectares free trade zone backed by both federal and private investors, is on track to turn Aba into a global hub for production, logistics, and technology. Anambra has become an innovation and commerce powerhouse. The new Anambra International Cargo and Passenger Airport in Umueri wasn't built with federal money. It was built through visionary leadership and shared determination. It connects the region to the world and opens trade routes across the entire African continent. In Aba, the leather and garment industries are thriving. Shoemakers and tailors are exporting to neighboring countries. The Made in Aba brand is no longer just local pride, it's gaining global recognition for quality and affordability. Tech startups are rising across the region. Hubs in Enugu, Awka are nurturing a new generation of digital entrepreneurs, coders, and innovators. The Southeast isn't waiting for rescue, it's building its own renaissance, one renovation at a time. Drive through the Southeast today and you'll see a landscape transformed by pure determination. In Anambra, the International Cargo and Passenger Airport isn't just an airport, it's a symbol and a proof that vision can overcome neglect. Alongside it, the Awka flyover and expanded expressways has modernized travel across the state. Industrial clusters in Nnewi and Onitsha are getting direct access for global markets. Enugu has become a regional icon of business tourism. The International Conference Center and the ICC Hotel are pulling in investors, diplomats, and corporate leaders. The Unity Park, major road revitalization projects, and the Opinsuka Expressway expansion are rapidly reshaping the city's profile. Ebonyi has gone from one of Nigeria's most underdeveloped states to a construction powerhouse. Ultra-modern flyovers, dual carriageways, the Chuba Okadibo International Airport in Abakaliki, the capital. Illuminated streets and smart street lights are replacing darkness. Healthcare infrastructure is growing fast. In Imo, urban renewal is sweeping through Owerri and Olu. Roads are expanding, hospitals are being upgraded, recreational centers are opening. The Agwatalu Lake Resort project is turning a natural lake into a potential global tourist destination. Oil and gas infrastructure is anchoring the next wave of industrial expansion. In Aba, the new Osisioma flyover, intensive road construction, and rising industrial estates are redefining the skylines. Across all 5 states, private developers and community cooperatives are filling the gaps left by government inaction. Roads, bridges, housing estates funded by hometown associations and local groups. This is what people-driven development looks like in the real time. Beneath the noise of politics, the Southeast is quietly building the industries of tomorrow today. Nnewi remains one of Africa's most industrialized cities. It is the home to innocent vehicle manufacturing, Nigeria's first indigenous car brand. The city continues to dominate in automobile production, plastics, and metalworks. Aba's small-scale industries have evolved. Entrepreneurs are using computer-aided designs, 3D printing, and global e-commerce platforms to reach international clients. Factories that once ran on diesel generators are shifting to solar and gas, cutting costs and improving sustainability. Enugu, once known for coal, is rebranding as a hub for innovation and education. The Lion Business Park Free Trade Zone, currently under construction, is designed to attract international investors and establish Enugu as a center for light manufacturing, trade, and logistics. Agriculture is coming back strong in Ebonyi. Rice production has exploded, making the state one of Nigeria's top suppliers of premium rice. Cassava, palm oil, and food processing factories are springing up in the rural communities across the region. In the energy sector, Imo and Anambra are collaborating on gas pipelines that will connect Southeast industrial clusters to national and international markets. From real estate to tourism, digital startups to manufacturing, the region is providing one truth over and over: when opportunity is scarce, innovation thrives. So what does the future hold? The answer is in bold transformative visions already in motion. The Enugu Medical Hub, a 300-bed international hospital, is almost at the verge of completion. This isn't just for Nigeria. It's designed to serve the entire West African sub-region. Proposed smart city projects in Abia and Imo aim to blend urban design with technology, creating sustainable cities powered by clean energy, digital infrastructure, and efficient transport. Regional railway plans are moving for a rail line connecting all 5 eastern states. This would revolutionize movement, trade, and regional integration. The Abia Port City, the proposed Port City project, will open new waterways to commerce, connecting inland markets to Atlantic trade routes across Africa. Private sectors and diaspora funds are fueling new estates, education centers, and logistics parks. As global capital looks for growth and stability in Africa, the Southeast is ready, a region of builders, dreamers, and innovators. There is one common thing at the heart of every success in the Southeast: the human spirit, indomitable, ambitious, and endlessly creative. The region's youth are rewriting their rules. Across Enugu, Oka, and Aba, tech incubators are nurturing programmers, engineers, and entrepreneurs. From fintech startups to renewable energy ventures, the Igbo spirit of enterprise is finding new expressions in the digital age. Education remains the backbone, with dozens of universities, polytechnics, and research institutes. The Southeast is one of the most educated regions in Africa. Its graduates are innovating in industries across the world. Cultural pride. The arts, language, and traditions of the Igbo people continues to evolve, blending deep heritage with modern identity. The diaspora connection. Millions of Igbos across the diaspora remain deeply connected to home. They invest in housing, industries, and philanthropy. They return not just to visit, but to build. This connection between home and abroad fuels a vision larger than borders. One built on self-reliance, progress, and unity. Against all odds. From the ashes of war to the dawn of renewal, from the ashes of war to the dawn of renewal, the southeast of Nigeria has walked a path few could endure. Neglected by policy, battered by insecurity, excluded from national development, and yet it refuses to fall. Instead, it rose through resilience, through innovation, and through shared determination. Today, the Southeast stands as a living proof of what people can achieve when faith outlasts fear and when vision outshines victimhood. The rise of Eastern Nigeria isn't a miracle. It is the result of work, courage, and hope that simply refused to die. As the world searches for Africa's next frontiers of growth, the Southeast tells a powerful story. Even in the face of neglect, progress is possible. Against all odds, the land and its people have risen, not just to rebuild, but to redefine what a region, a nation, and a continent can become. Against all odds, the Southeast has risen, not through privilege, not through policy, but through the people. It is a living proof that progress is not given, progress is built. From Aba to Enugu, from Nnewi to Abakaliki, from Owerri to Umuahia, a new dawn is breaking, and the world is finally beginning to see what true resilience looks like. But this story is far from being over. The journey continues, and you can be part of it if this moves you, and if you believe in a united, thriving, self-sufficient Africa. Subscribe to this channel, share this documentary with someone who needs to see it. Join the conversation in the comments. Together, we amplify the voices that define our future. Together, we rise against all odds. This is Inside Africa 360 Media, and I am Ben Ikoku. Thanks for watching. Now see you all in the next one.